Hello everyone, I'm Harry, welcome to my channel, and today we're going to do an affordable soundlike of my top 10 indie/alternative songs. So before we get started, if you like the soundlike video at any point, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and hit the little bell notification for me as well. It really does help me out a lot, and that way you won't miss out on any of my future uploads. There's going to be affiliate links down in the description to every piece of gear I used in this video and to record my videos. These do help support the channel out further, so I'd really appreciate if you go and check them out. So the reason why I decided to do this was because I recently got sent the Spark amp by Positive Grid, which is a great practice amp that has over 30 different amps in there and 40 different pedals. I recently did a full demo of the Spark amp, so if you'd like to see that, there'll be a link up in the cards, in the description and pinned in the comments. Having all these features makes it intensely flexible, and I thought it'd be really cool to try and nail some of my favourite indie or alternative songs with this. Now, it is an affordable amp, around £200, £250 maybe. Of course, I'm going to be using all the guitars I usually use, and they're not in the affordable bracket, but say when I'm using my Macmull S-Classic, pretty much any Strat would do. If I was using my ES335, pretty much any humbucker ES335 style guitar would do as well. So let's get into the first one. So as you probably know, that's Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So on the Spark app, I should say all these presets I'm actually going to be sharing to the time cloud. So if you have a Spark amp, you can download these yourself. Just type in the tags Harry and a guitar and they'll all come up. So I went for the plexiglass amp because John Frusciante is so well known for using a Marshall Plexi. And the settings were as follows. It kind of looks extreme with the bass and treble all the way down and up. The Positive Grid does put out a lot of bass ends, and that's scratchy, kind of overdriven sound that we hear John Frusciante use really comes out when you do it like that. Now, the other pedals I had on the digital chorus, which I engaged for the little break part with like the arpeggiated lead line. And then, of course, for the solo, I had the guitar muff, which is like a big muff style pedal. So again, just the plexiglass by itself. Then if I engage the chorus for the little break part. Which gets us really close. And then of course for the solo, the big muff. So again, you can download that from the time clouds. So let's go on to the next one. So there we go, that was Are You Mine? So I decided to use the Match DC amp because Alex and Jamie have used like bad cat amps, which are kind of designed around the Match DC. I thought that would be really cool. Again, quite extreme settings, but it's to get that clarity going on. And then of course, to get that kind of fuzzy overdrive tone, I was using the fuzz face style pedal in the app as well. Now they did actually use the fuzz face style pedal on the original recording, so that really helps us get close. And then just to all finish it off, a little bit of plate reverb, a short plate, so it's kind of like a studio plate reverb sound. Again, this preset being the Time Cloud. So let's go into the next one. Okay, so for Do I Want to Know, I was using the Match DC amp as again the fuzz face style, but with slightly different settings. A tiny bit of tremolo, because we hear this on the original recording. It's just a subtle tremolo that really adds some movement to the sound. And then again, the short plate for a little bit of studio plate reverb. So let's go on to the next one. So this one, Reptilia by The Strokes. So I was on the Blackface Duo, which is actually a twin reverb style amp, but considering they use Fender Hot Rod DeVilles a lot, this is the closest amp type in this. So for the drive, I was using the Blackout, which is kind of like a rat style distortion, but because it is a distortion pedal, it'll get as close to their Jekyll and Hyde tone. And that's it. Really simple. That was Albert Hammond's parts on the Strat with the middle pickup. And now I'm going to play Nick Valenci's parts with exactly the same settings, just to show that you can get pretty close with exactly the same settings on the app. Okay, so there you go. You can get pretty close with the same settings with just a 335 style guitar. So now let's get into the next one. So there you go, that was cigarettes and alcohol. So obviously I'm using my 335. Now the amp I decided to use was the JM45, which is kind of like an old Marshall JTM45. Around this era, Noel Gallagher was actually using a Marshall JCM 900. So to give me that Marshall flavour, I used this. But then to give me the more gain that the JCM series had, I was just boosting it with a Tube Screamer style pedal in the app called the Tube Drive. And that was pretty much it for that song. So let's go on to the next one. So there we go, that was Mr. Brightside by The Killers. Now I was using the Match DC because the guitarist from The Killers actually used matchless amps, had that set quite clean, and then just to give us that nice little edge of breakup tone, I was using the overdrive pedal in the app, which is kind of like a Boss OD style pedal. So really simple, that was pretty much it effects wise. So let's get into the next one. Okay, so for this preset, it's not really song specific, so I'm just using the American high gain amp, which is kind of like a Mesa Boogie, and Dave Grohl was using a Mesa for a lot of the early stuff, so as you heard, that was All My Life, but we'll quickly play a couple of other songs that it works well with as well. So there you go, as you see, that works really well. I did, in the drive section, just have a booster, just in case you wanted a little bit more gain, say for like a solo or something like that. Okay, so let's get into the next one. So as you can probably guess, this next one is kind of like a Muse preset. So I was using the plexiglass because Matt Bellamy's used plexis live a bit. And then for our main drive tone, I'm actually using the Black Op distortion. It's kind of like a rat style distortion, but it really nails some of those distorted tones that we hear Matt Bellamy do. Then this is a really good starting point, and you could tweak little things for different points as well. So let's get into the next one. As you can probably guess by the red and white guitar, this one's kind of like a White Stripes preset. Now I use the Luxverb, which is kind of like a deluxe reverb instead of the twin reverb, because this one actually breaks up a little bit compared to the twin in the app. Then of course for the drive, we have the guitar muff, and you could use the micro amp style booster if you wanted a bit more grip, say for more of the clean stuff. So I'll just quickly show you that. So maybe something like this. So there you go, kind of a loose White Stripes preset that can work, just a little bit tweaking for different songs, and it's pretty good. So let's get into the final one, which is going to be a very good one for a lot of indie fans. So as you can probably tell from the Jaguar, as well as the Tones, that's a bit of Johnny Marr, mainly the Smiths era. So for this, Johnny Marr is really well known for using deluxe reverbs and super reverbs, and the deluxe reverb in the app can be a bit too gritty, so I decided to use the Blackface twin reverb amp. That's pretty much it, and then we had a bit of digital chorus in the modulation spectrum, and then a tiny bit of short plate for like a studio or reverb type tone. You could use this to do loads of different Smith songs. It's nice and clean, bright, has that little bit of chorus and that nice little bit of reverb. So there we have it. That was a really affordable how to sound like some of my favourite indie and alternative riffs. We had Red Hot Chili Peppers, Arctic Monkeys, The Strokes, Oasis, The Killers, Foo Fighters, Muse, White Stripes, and even the Smiths. Having the Spark amp with all the different amps and effects really comes in handy for nailing those different tones, and of course having the different guitars as well. But like I said, you could use any Jaguar style, Strat style, 335 style, whatever, to get close to these tones. The main thing is having the positive grid spark to really tailor these different amp tones, as well as the different drive tones, different effect tones, and everything like that. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of this sound like, and any future how to sound like videos you'd like to see me do. Again, if you want to see my full demo of the Spark by Positive Grid, there'll be a link up in the cards, in the description, and pinned in the comments. If you did like this sound like video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the little bell notification for me as well. It really does help me out a lot, and that way you won't miss out on any of my future uploads. Other than that, go onto my channel, check out some of my playlists. I have plenty more lessons, covers, gear demos, how to sound like videos, and anything guitar related. As always, I've been Harry, and thanks for watching.